bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you, about you, 'cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. A doodle-doodle-doo-doo, a doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo, a doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo, a doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo.
Have known each other for a long time because they have a lot of common friends. Their families also know each other, but they only became more than acquaintances when they started hanging out with the same circle of friends.
It never occurred to me that the two would end up as sweethearts because I remember that time we were just friends having fun together in Industria, and Jules never mentioned to me that there was something fishy that he felt towards Rica. A few days afterwards, or probably a week after that Lucia incident, I remember Jules telling me that he went to fetch Rica. So that started to arouse my suspicion. So I started asking questions, and then his answers really confirmed my suspicions. And I sensed at that moment that he was really starting to really fall for Rica.
I remember there was one night we were talking in our balcony in Carlotta, and Jules made mention that he liked Rica, but he was hesitant kaya maikog man siya ni Tito Ermi, who was his mentor as a beginner in the sugar industry. That was the very first time I heard Jules talk about Rica. I was really excited for him.
6 years ago, we were having our usual bonding with our cousins. Suddenly, we saw Jules' car pass by, headed to Rica's house. I think that was the first date. After that night, we could tell that wala na, Rica was filled with butterflies in her stomach.
When Rica is in town, Jules would be out of the house more often. He would attend parties, hang out in bars. Rica brought out his sociable side. I do think Jules has found the perfect partner in Rica. Rica is very organized, while Jules is quite the opposite. And Rica is very caring and very thoughtful. Even when she was in Guam, she would not forget to surprise Jules with balloons and cakes on his birthday. And also, Rica is very concerned with Jules' health, just like all of us in the family.
At first, Jules didn't share a lot with me about Rica. But one thing I do remember that Jules told me way back few years ago that mauna gid ni bay, desidido na ko ani.
In September of 2006, Rica decided to move to Manila to pursue her dream of taking up culinary arts. The distance made Jules anxious at first, but eventually he was able to adjust. Jules learned to be very supportive of Rica's plans and dreams, and in spite of the distance, their relationship remained strong and steady.
Rica graduated in April 2008. She returned to Ormoc but only for a while because 7 months after, she had to pack her bags again and leave for Guam to start her internship. It was very bittersweet for her. She loved being in Ormoc and being close to her family and of course Jules, but she knew she had to fulfill this dream adventure. away from each other for most of their relationship, but they were able to hold on because of Skype, and also they both love to send each other handwritten letters like romance in the old days.
Julio, I'm so glad I crossed paths with you. How I wish I knew you way sooner.
Words can never explain how thankful I am that you came my way.
Huy, I hope by now you've realized how important you are to me and to all those people who love you. Cannot imagine life without you. So please take care of yourself.
I think of you more often than you'd guess. I miss you so much. To my love, I want you to pursue your dreams. I want you to do what makes you happy and fulfilled. As what I've told you, I don't want you to live a life full of what ifs. Go reach for the stars, my love. I know a long-distance relationship is very challenging, but we can do this. I just want you to know that I will wait for you. You are heaven sent. I can't ask for anything more.
In July 2009, Jules took an international flight alone to visit Rica in Guam. This made Rica so ecstatic, especially that Jules didn't like flying alone, but he did it for her.
Heaven, I'm in heaven. My heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
Jules, we will celebrate all our days together soon. And when that day comes, I promise I'd cook all your meals. Beef consomme or chicken.
When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
My dearest love, I may be in search for greener pastures, but I am giving it all up just for you.
In August 2010, after living in Guam for over 2 years, Rica came home for good.
There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart. Our dreams, and they are made out of real.
According to Rica, what happened was they were at Lucy's house. She went to the bathroom, and when she went out, Jules was waiting there, and his hand held out. And he said, "Na ako ihatag nimo, nara diha ang sing-sing. Engaged na taha." The way he said it, you couldn't tell if it was a declaration or a proposal.
Yeah, well, look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
I had a really strong gut feel then that somehow what happened 5 years ago would lead to this day, and that somehow they would end up spending the rest of their lives together.
Well, you might be a bit confused,
and you might be a little bit bruised,
but baby, how we spoon like no one else. So I will help you read those books if you will soothe my worried looks, and we will put the lonesome on the shelf. Let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants.